I was trained because, by some circumstance, I was associated some situation that bring me to understand that nature has something to do with us, with our health, and by conviction, I wanted to be trained as a naturopathic physician. So that was I have done in North America and in Canada years ago, in 1969, So that's the first thing I have, when you say, well, okay, you trained, you have a diploma, okay, you are naturopathic physician, Okay, and then after, I was not satisfied enough, so I decided to take a course in homeopathic medicine. So I went to South Africa at that time and took a course. So that's my training, But after that, I have a degree, but I start really to be involved with many aspects of the science because I was always curious to know more, to learn more, and to be involved in some other direction. You see, so I opened from the North America, I came back to Europe, then I went to Germany. It was 69, 70, and then I discovered about the new theory of cancer associated with the mitochondria. So that it was a long time ago, people didn't know about what is mitochondria, you see. And I learned it about the Professor Warburg who discovered it, about the cellular respiration. And that was the first step that drive me to really to cancer disease, to treat cancer. And of course, before in the States, I was lucky to find a book that called Cancer Therapy, wrote by a medical doctor that his name was McGerson. And he was talking about the diet and things like that. So that was the way for me to go to cancer. Then circumstance of the life drive me to go to Portugal, very small country, and I opened a clinic in 1979, a clinic, And in 1983, I opened outside of Lisbon a bigger clinic with 3 stories and with organic food and organic growing vegetable. And I start to be very successful and to have even doctors coming from other countries to learn what I was doing, because I was at the head at the time. Even I start to speak about the human system by 1984, 1985. Was very, very early. The human system. No, only now we say, well, okay, the human system is something very new. We call even many newspapers are speaking about immuno-oncology. You see, but this is something we have done for so many years. We have treated patients, little by little with new protocol, and we include, detoxification and treating the immune system, and then apoptosis, which I'm going to speak about tomorrow. What is apoptosis, and what is angiogenesis, what is the immune system, and what type of substance, of medication you have to use. But basically, I have made a lot of things in my lifetime. I have many, many patients come in my clinic. And of course, we don't cure all kinds of cancer, but we have some very, very good results that the conventional oncology should learn from us. We may have a lot to learn from them, but they can learn from us, because when you treat cancer, let's say for 30 years or 40 years, surely you need something, you know something about. They cannot tell us, well, you don't know anything. And of course, at my age, I'm very happy if I can learn more, with other oncologists, you see. Well, you see, if we go back in 1971 or 72, when the President Nixon started the war on cancer, he said, okay, in 6 years from now, we're going to cure the cancer, okay? Then it was not cured, And then every 10 years or 5 years, they say, well, there is a breakthrough, there is a new miracle drug for cancer, but there is not. You see? So the traditional oncology is based on the myth, we say, on the theory that the tumor, we cannot say cancer because it's a word, cancer, that's not the disease, tumor, can be destroyed only by chemical drug. And except the chemical drug, nothing else. So it was okay 50 years ago, but now we have other direction. And then we see today that the chemotherapy does not give the expected result anymore. And it has a lot of side effects. And then also we have something what we call the multi-drug resistance. You see, cancer cells are resistant now to chemotherapy, to radiation. But still, the oncologists, we don't know why, they still continue using only what they call today a protocol. Protocol, surgery, chemotherapy, and radiation, and nothing else. If it works, everybody is happy. Doesn't work, never mind. You see, I mean, you cannot always use chemotherapy. You have no result. Let's say, see, usually they do like that. They do a first line of treatment. You have no result. They give second line. Still getting worse, a third line, and they say after, well, we cannot do anything for you. Let me give you one example that I'm going to speak tomorrow. This lady of 62 years with colon cancer, 2007. When she started, after the surgery, when she started the chemotherapy, the CA 99 was 87. No big deal. It's a little bit high, no big deal, But few months after, it was over 40,000. 40,000. Which means that not only that the chemotherapy didn't give result, but the patient get real worse. Okay? Now, they send her at home only with the palliative therapy, and that's it. So the daughter want to see the oncologist asking question because, like many people, she believed it at the first place that she will be cured. They told her in the hospital. And the oncologist have this answer. Well, we use the best treatment we know. We knew it. Even it was a new protocol coming from the state. Too bad. Well, we cannot accept something like that. You see, we have to do something different. So we have to go to other direction. We don't say that not to use anymore the chemotherapy, but with something to support. You see, like now they are talking about the immune system. Everybody in many magazines now talking about the immune system. So you can increase the effectiveness of chemotherapy and also reduce the side effect. Now you can use some compound that you are going to ask me one minute. We can use some compound from herbs. You understand that acts on several mechanisms of cancer, and you can use also some immunomodulation because we know the system immunity is also very important. Then if you do like that, you see the difference between this patient and this patient. You see it. I have it. Difference. My patients are doing chemotherapy. They look wonderful. I will show tomorrow some cases. The other one, they do only chemotherapy. They feel lazy with a lot of side effects. So where is the problem? Why don't we put together the two medicines? BioBrand is not a new story because I use things the beginning. I was always interested by the immune system. So when I start to use it, I put this in what I call a protocol. You put together several substances that go into several directions to treat cancer. You see? So if we talk, immune system is very important, because we know that the immune system of cancer patient has a decreasing activity compared to healthy person, And one of the most important immune cells we call the natural killer cells That's the first line of defense against cancer. It's here, but it's not active. It's not activated. And BioBrand is what he's doing. He's going to activate the immune cells. He's going to reactivate to produce the so-called enzyme, that the natural killer cell use to penetrate into the cancer cells and to destroy it. The natural killer cell is going to activate other immune cells, like the macrophage and dendritic cells, you see. So, of course, there is a lot of references about BioBrand, too many references. But me, you see, what is the interest for me? It's okay, the reference, but I want to see the result with my patient. You see, and using BioBrand, it enters in all my protocol because I have much better results. You see, I am using, for instance, I will show 2 compounds. I have made experience with some patients, only BioBrand, and the only one we call the curcumin. Curcumin, you see, because they have synergy. Both have synergy. And the synergy go also the synergy with chemotherapy. You see, one is going to act on the cellular cycle in apoptosis, okay? And the BioBrand will work on the immune system, but also it has been shown lately that both are, let's say, improving the ratio we call BCL2 BAX. This is when BAX is the gene of apoptosis and BCL2 is the gene of resistance, the antagonist. You see, so the ratio between the two show the quantity of the cancer cells that are destroyed. And BioBrand and curcumin will improve this ratio, and then you have much more cancer cells which are destroyed. And I have already done in the past, I have done many experience with prostate cancer, even with metastasis, prostate cancer. Then you use the protocol. You put the BioBrand, you put the, this time it was, it called, it is, I forget the name, but you can put, let me see, the name was, I forget. Anyway, when you give this protocol with BioBrand, the PSA decrease. Then if you remove the BioBrand and you put one other compound, the PSA increase. So it shows the superiority of BioBrand on other compound you find on the market. You see? Of course, over the year, I have affined my treatment, my protocol, you see. I used to use some other compound before, but now I use basically, you have 3, we call hallmark of cancer, 3 mechanisms. Very important is apoptosis, angiogenesis, and immune system. You see? Without angiogenesis, there is no cancer. Without apoptosis, there is no cancer. If the immune system is functioning, you can hardly have a cancer. You understand? But the first thing is apoptosis. We call the gene the P53, which is the guardian against cancer. This is what I am doing since 10 years. I am working now with molecular marker blood testing. I do the test, the gene test of patients before and after. And then you see the results. Nobody can say it's not true, because it's a science, it's the gene. So the first thing is apoptosis, okay? You have some product like the curcumin, apoptosis. Then angiogenesis. You have to shock off the blood vessel of the tumor and not have the tumor making new blood vessel. Because without blood vessel, tumor does not exist. Does not exist. Cannot get food, oxygen, energy, there is no tumor. See, in the beginning, you can have 1,000 cancer cells that make together to try to form a small tumor. See, if they can make the blood vessel, you have a tumor. Otherwise, you have no tumor. So this is what I am doing. I'm going to have a protocol that will focus on angiogenesis, on apoptosis and on immune cell. And that's the two of them is BioBrain and curcumin. And then here we have really some result. I will show some cases that where I use only BioBrain curcuma, and you will see in 3 months' time metastasis disappear. Interesting blog. I start a blog where I have put some very interesting article, you know. And one of them is what is cancer, that explains exactly what is cancer. The second, you know, is you don't have to die from cancer, which is very interesting because I tell you, this came from the article I see in the State, you know, and this is an interesting story, associated also with chemotherapy. It was a woman, a young woman, during the pregnancy, she was diagnosed with the cancer. And they put her on chemotherapy. The FDA has agreed chemotherapy for pregnant women, you know. So I don't want to discuss, because for me it's a crime, but anyway. So she was doing chemotherapy, she gave birth to twins, but she died from heart failure. And the newspaper say she win her battle during the pregnancy, but she died after. But she died from heart failure from the chemotherapy, because she didn't took anything else, or the medical doctor didn't give her something to avoid such heart failure. You can give some coenzyme Cap10 against. So I decided to write article. You don't have to die from chemotherapy, you see, but you can do something also for yourself before the cancer started, because today the cancer is a real epidemic. Who doesn't know anybody with cancer in the family, in the neighbor, in the friend? You see, I know I have a patient. The husband has a cancer, the wife has a cancer, the father has a cancer, the daughter has a cancer. So there is a tragedy. So people must do something. Prevention is very important. The lifestyle is very important. You know, have a better food, avoid from insecticide. You know, stress also is very bad. You know, and you should sometimes detoxify your body. You know, do some kind of cure. Even everybody is talking about detoxification, you know. Even we are in Portugal, you go in any cafe, any market, you see detox juice, no, you have it. But we start to discuss about detox 50 years ago. And all people are coming. But still, the things are changing. More and more people are convinced that they have to change their diet. But it's not much in comparison of the mass. You know, people still eating wrong food, junk food, you know, you can see here, you know, you have McDonald's here, you know, probably they eat too many sausages here, you know, that is a very bad excess of bad fat, you know, and we have to do something about it. We know that colon cancer is connected, is associated with excess of red meat, so we have to cut on meat, you know, but people have to believe, they have to do something for themselves. You understand? They have to think that health is very important, you know. You cannot always count on medical doctors, say, okay, I can eat anything I want, and if I am sick, I'm going to the hospital, and that's it. And most of people, before they have a cancer, they say, oh, I was always healthy. Yeah, but you have a cancer. No, before you were healthy, but now you have a cancer. And don't you think that cancer, you know, you go to bed healthy, and the next day you wake up with a cancer. No, it takes 10 years, 15 years, you have the cancer. Now the test I am doing, that I'm going to show tomorrow, can tell you many years before if you have a processus of cancer going on in your body, you know. But people doesn't know about it, you know. So it's very important that, you know, even if you treat cancer, you have a patient, you give a protocol, BioBrain, things like that. But the patient also is important, not only the protocol. And the patient has to believe what you are doing for him. Otherwise, sometimes it doesn't work. Now we are going to talk only tomorrow, like I say, this protocol. But sometimes, you know, many times the patients are depressed with anxiety. You have to do so, you know. This is one other side we don't talk about, you know. In my clinic, I start to to have a club I will call the mind body, you know, and we used to do a conference, you know, and put together all the patients. And have sometimes some colleagues come in and then give some conference, and the patients that were, I don't want to say always in cure, but in remission, that will speak and give their experience, so the other people will have more strength, the other patient will believe better, because, you know, they are lost, those people, you know. We cannot only speak about chemotherapy or natural protocol. We have to speak also about the patient. You know. Some patients are really depressed. So this is one other side, very difficult when you handle a patient. But one thing very important, you know, you have to always use the best product that you can find on the market, you know. And so far, if we speak about the human system, I think the BioBrain is the best thing you can have it. The best thing I have. Things I am using for, I don't know, 25 years, BioBrain. Should be for some reason. And lately, I have a book with many new cases that I was unable to build. Multiple myellosis, sarcoma, glioma, that all improve with BioBrain. But it's too early now to build the cases. But you can see it, the difference. And we have lately a case that didn't respond. A boy with the glioma, stage 4, didn't respond with chemotherapy. And now with BioBrain, the tumor has gone. The tumor has gone. So that's something, you know, that's something that has to be spread. You know, we need a book. We need to print more books. We have to be able to speak wider to inform people, you know, because after all, we are all alone. What we do, it's even my friend, the oncologist, a good friend in Israel, you know, he's working very hard, you know, he's a good man, but he's all alone also. You know, medical doctor doesn't like it. What do you do?